I emerge my perfect form by emerging as a soul, my eternal image of complete purity, love, peace, and power. And then I look at my original form, divine, pure, deity form, worship-worthy form. In this form, I am the image of all divine virtues, patience, tolerance, all the virtues in a very, very natural way. As much I emerge this form of perfection, then while doing actions, I will have the feeling of that's my real form. So this will take us beyond many wasteful thinking, but I will be able to serve and be a good example. So practice to emerge the stage of perfection, image of perfection. Take drishti from Baba.
तो पुरुषार्थ में बाबा के साथ हर संबंध में सुख अति मिलता है। बाबा तेरा बनने से सुख मिलता है लाई है, ये गीत भी अच्छा है, पर हर संबंध में सुख के साथ शक्ति बहुत मिलती है। जैसे बाबा ने कहा सहन शक्ति के साथ सब शक्तियां काम करती है, सब शक्तियां काम करती है। अगर एक भी शक्ति कम है तो भोलानाथ का बच्चा है पर भोला है, समझदार नहीं है। तो अभी अपने आप में देखना है बाबा की हर संबंध से याद आना, चेक करना, देखना है सुख लाई, बहुत सुख है। पर जरा भी संबंध में कमी है, कोई भी संबंध कम है तो या कोई के अधीन बनता है या बनाता है। तो इतना सूक्ष्म बनूं बताऊं, अपनी जो साइंस है या फलाना है, जो भी अनुभव है उसके भी अधीन होता है, औरों का अधीन बनाता है। ये गहरी बात है। अधीन नहीं बनना है। एक बल, एक भरोसा, एक तेरा सहारा, अंदर सारा उसका ही है। पर दुनिया में रहते हुए, सब संबंध से रहते हुए, और इंसान का सारा न पकड़ना है न सारा देना है, परंतु न सारा लेना है न सारा देना है। पर मैं किसको मिसाल देती हूँ, थोड़े समय के लिए, जैसे ये डायमंड हॉल बना, या कोई भी हाल बनेगा, कहाँ भी कुछ बनेगा, पिलर लगाने के बगैर नहीं बनेगा। हम कहे ऐसे छत पे पड़ जावे, ये दीवारें लग जावे, नहीं बनेगा, पिलर लगाने पड़ते हैं। फिर ये बन गया, अच्छा हो गया, छत भी पड़ गई, पिलर निकाल दिया। इतना सारा संयोग देना है, सारा मानो संयोग। ऐसे नहीं ये पिलर निकल छत गिर जाएंगी, छत भी इतनी मजबूत बनाओ, दीवारें भी इतनी मजबूत बनाओ। जो आज इतना साल हो गया कितना डायमंड हॉल को इतना अच्छा बनाया है, तो हमारे भी अंदर से निमित्त सहयोग देना या लेना, ये भी अक्ल चाहिए। थोड़े समय के लिए भी, जो एक बार मैं समझती हूँ, यहाँ क्लास में बोला था, कोई योगी बन करके सहयोगी बने, प्रैक्टिकल। यहाँ बताया मैं समझ, योगी बन करके प्रैक्टिकल सेवा में सहयोगी बने हैं, कोई सहयोगी बनने से योगी बन गए हैं। जो मैंने
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today's step 28. The story of immortality. Madhuban, a model of paradise. Come to Madhuban. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Yes, we all are ready to go to Madhuban, right? Everyone is raising hand. Yeah, it's not only we are ready, but in Madhuban also, they say, we miss you all, we miss all of you. But there must be some significance, some secret that we have not been able to go. Not only that, but each one of us at our own place, imagine more than a year not going anywhere. Because Baba has given us time that we are in our own little, very comfortable, pure little space so that we can become tapasvi, yogi, keep our chart. How much we had been studying every evening, doing good Amrit Vela, homework during traffic control, keeping chart at the night time. No, so Baba giving us all that. And of course, our love for Madhuban and how much difference it makes when we go to Madhuban even for 2 weeks and come back. So they are also preparing. We will go. People ask me, when are we going? I said, wait, we have to get the signal as soon as situations in India get better. Some states, on 31st, they are opening the lockdown, but they will still see how things are there. Based on that, yes, we will go to Madhuban. Whenever any thought comes about example, yes, I have to be example and be in the awake stage. But for me, I always look at Brahma Baba. That what he did, that he became angelic, and he was always example. Baba sometimes very jokingly, in a humorous way, used to say, there are many, many clever children. They are more clever than me. They can write articles, they can explain to very educated people, and but still, then he will say, but no one can claim number one. I am number one because I give happiness to everyone. Because happiness, one is, so we use word joy, uh, inner pleasure, khushi, and other word is sukh. Baba gives sukh to everyone. Baba says, I give joy to everyone. So of course, everyone can give knowledge, but what it brings to those who are listening is more important than what I speak, right? So from very beginning, Brahma Baba's quality of efforts was almost like what the aim was. An aim given by Baba from Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba was given the aim, and that aim was you have to become like Vishnu. He had a vision of Vishnu. But then the practice, main practice was soul consciousness. And one is soul consciousness for one's own self, but other is looking at others as souls. And that also not only looking at them as a point of light, then what? Yeah. But his drishti on everyone was in their stage of perfection. And that is something very angelic, in the sense of that someone is looking at you at your stage of perfection. And it's really sometimes you can't believe what the way Baba will look at us, say to us. I remember every time, whether it is for 10 minutes or while eating, while playing, I met Brahma Baba. I felt so divine, so good, so pure. It's not that I have purity and I make other one feel you're not pure, right? I have virtues. Look, you don't have those virtues. That's not what I have to do. Sometimes we end up doing it thinking that will help the soul, to make that soul realize the weakness. Right? But his way to bring transformation in us was he's giving us vision of my higher self. So when I am seeing it into that higher self, my self-respect increases and the quality of my efforts changes, and there is transformation. But we use completely different way to change someone, is by telling someone, you need to change this way, you need to change this way, but not having that vision. So angelic drishti, one is soul conscious drishti, other is awake drishti, angelic drishti. And actually the purpose of sharing drishti was to give experience to each other of one's angelic stage. We forgot that. So why we share drishti when we meet? And really, I remember when in the beginning, no, go to Madhuban, meet dadis, like for a few minutes, you are completely not what you are, very elevated. So their drishti, they gave us drishti to make us elevated. So that's called angelic drishti. Today I was reflecting that there was some magic at that time when we shared drishti. And then I realized because the way Baba and Dadis looked at each one of us. Yeah, why we miss Madhuban also? Because we want to take drishti, right? Even Dadis are not there now. So one of the very good practice we can start amongst ourselves, which can also create a very kind of pure love and feelings of, very good feelings with each other. I don't look at the soul, what soul is today. Why should I? No? But I should look at the soul in soul's stage of perfection or angelic state. And as much I will do, my own angelic stage will become firm. No? So really it can bring lot of changes, transformation, and we won't need to say to anyone, you need to change, you need to be like this. But then if that soul could have done, would have done, but couldn't do, so what it soul needs is that vision, that power, that feeling for one's own self. Yeah. And when Janki is talking about cooperation, yes, of course, one cooperation is through helping, through wealth, through different ways. But one of the most important cooperation to each other is helping that soul to have higher vision for the self. So that's how then you become example how you do it. Yeah, we all learn with the time, but basically we adopt very gross and body conscious ways to deal with each other, say things to each other. Very gross sometimes. So it's not that angelic, right? So that is why actually we should make it now. We take drishti for a few moments, right? And then whatever, whether I have to say or not say, but sharing this soul conscious drishti, then angelic drishti. And in that angelic drishti, actually you're doing a big, big charity, helping other souls to see their own image. Of course, for Baba's task, a lot of experience is required. Just imagine I had been doing this for 65 years, right? But every day I'm learning. When I came to Baba, organization were 200. And now there are so many centers, so many. So we start learning a lot of guidelines, how to make everyone feel comfortable, how to make everyone follow those guidelines properly. So awake, becoming aware, now is the time. Doesn't matter when you are in Gyan 40 years or 50 or 60, but this is the time. We might say those who are old in Gyan, they should become angels first. No, angels, they can fly, not necessary. Yeah, you follow so that you learn. But this is not a race in the sense of you see who is going further. So really, and then internally for your own self, create this angelic image. I am becoming angel. So if I am becoming angel or awake, as much we become aware, that much we find that we can quickly go beyond. As much we go beyond and then come and do actions. Realizations are necessary, but if I hold the old feelings while doing something, it will not be angelic feelings, right? So now, while doing any kind of service, each one of us should keep reminding, yes, I have to learn, but also emerge your angelic stage. So the quality what you're doing, not quality in only form of skills, but quality in the sense of when you are doing it, others are experiencing also that there is something, it's very angelic, right? So since I heard yesterday that on this journey of immortality, returning to self-sovereignty, we are at the stage where we have to be angelic and also then a good example. So for that, I think of Brahma Baba, and of course, he was image of light and might. But same was Dadi Prakash Mani. Very, very loveful. So if I am light and loveful and joyful, then others will also have same experience, right? She was very firm. She was very serious in her efforts, very committed, but was loving and friendly and very generous in her heart. And I still remember when she was told, Brahma Baba gave his hand in her hand, then she will wake up early morning at 3 and say to Baba, let us together take care of Yagya. We both will do it together. So she will take that companionship of Baba since morning. So because of that, she was very light. Not only light, but she knew how to work with so many people. Like she never was like a person, decide, let me decide. No, never. She will always have all brothers, sisters, those who are, will call them, consult them, talk to them. So we have examples in front of us how while being karma yogi, we can still create an angelic stage and serve from this angelic stage. You will be very happy. You will feel very powerful, tireless, and others will also experience their angelic form. Oh, Shanti. I have to tell something which is very, very important that, I always say that first important connection with Madhuban, with all the centers is with like a yagya. Hmm? Madhuban is big yagya, Baba's centers are small yagya. And of course, each one, your home could be also a little yagya. And then the situation at present are such, because of lockdown. There are many, many centers, nobody goes and very few go. And we get sustenance, right? We still get Morli from Madhuban, we still get uh, Bhog or some sustenance from the center, wherever you are connected. So it is our duty, it is our sharing cooperation. So I always suggest everyone, wherever you're going, whichever center, you contribute there to make sure that their bills are paid and everything is okay. And of course, then these projects come in between, like COVID thing. Some will want to do it, and hospital. These are like projects. It can be done through the center, or it can be done whatever way best. So I just want to say that stay connected with the centers you go. It's very, very important. And also, yes, I know there is a lot of compassion in everyone's heart for COVID serving, helping, cooperating. And I had been talking to them. We had been receiving, and also now because accounts are open, we are also planning, and we keep sending some for the support there. They are very, very happy. So Dr. Pratap yesterday mentioned about Janki Foundation in London, because Janki Foundation every month had been giving for doctor fees, doctor salaries, and help in hospital on a very regular basis. But then, because we don't want to give, have a separate everything, so here also, Sister Kala and some others have created a foundation called Point of Life. And that was only meant for, health purposes, healthcare, and also hospital. So, yeah, I know some of you had been sending Point of Light, but even if you're sending to name of Brahma Kumaris, because now, as I mentioned, that in Madhuban, in Shantivan, they have one whole building with few hundred patients, not only Baba's children, but government also, because their hospitals are not very well equipped. So, and the food, and so they have 130, 140. It had reached 270. So we are supporting by, like, if they need food and they need fruits, and also those who are serving. So it's not only hospital, but it's also now, like as I mentioned, Om Shanti Retreat Center. It's creating one whole, they have building, but they creating for 50 people, 50 patients for healthcare. So that is sent through Brahma Kumaris. And so it's hospital, it's anywhere, ORC or Shantivan, or so we ask them and distribute according to that. So that's for your information. Thank you. Om Shanti. I just wanted to say that I hope everything is clear. If you have any questions, you can write to Vyakti Parivar, and I am always part of that to answer. We will help you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. So now we'll begin our journey. So would like to invite our two angels. Welcome.
Step number 28. Come to Madhuban.
Sorry. My formal lessons are now over, but my friend, who is also my father, teacher, and guide, has promised to take me to see Madhuban, the living model of paradise. I am to wait for him next to the lake. While I wait, I move more easily into soul consciousness and practice Raj Yoga. In moments, he appears in front of me, and we both head down the road that begins at the lake. But after a while, leaves the lake and wanders over the hilly terrain of the high desert. We pass villagers and children. Some are herding goats. Women are carrying immense bundles of sticks on their heads. He directs my attention up ahead to a gateway. He tells me that this is Madhuban, and the town nearby is Mount Abu. I step with him through the gate into a courtyard where many gather around him. He stops and greets them all with his eyes. They stand in silence and return his silent and loving greeting. He turns to me and says,
Come, child, come. I am showing you this very sacred pilgrimage place from which I am creating peace in the world and granting everyone salvation. It is here that the Father changes the whole world of sorrow into a world of happiness. Everything that is happening in this place is incognito. This is the highest pilgrimage place of all. The reason why Mount Abu is the greatest place of all is that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, comes to this place and establishes heaven. A day will come when many will come to Mount Abu looking for Madhuban, the place where the magical flute of knowledge, the murli, is being played. I am showing you a model of paradise, a model of how children study Raja Yoga at the confluence age and become self-sovereigns, masters of the world. This is also a place where you will see those who do intense yoga. This land is here for all time. Father Shiva is here. Child Brahma is also here, and so is the model of paradise. Why do you come to Madhuban? It is from this pilgrimage place that Father Shiva gives knowledge through child Brahma. You come here to Madhuban because you know that this is the land on which divine activities are performed. You come to meet the incorporeal Father and Avyakt Brahma, who continue to sustain the children. You come to listen to the story of immortality. The Father purifies the impure by telling this story. I definitely have to tell it here on the mountaintop. In telling the story of immortality, I give you the awareness of being a sovereign, a master, and then seat you on the throne of my heart. Sweet, sweet, beloved child, listen to the story of immortality and remember your eternal fortune. Use your divine intellect to listen and experience with recognition every aspect of the story. Use your special vision to see the images of the past, present, and future. The story of immortality gives to all children the experience of self-sovereignty. It reminds you of that which is immortal, the self, the Father, and the world drama.
I feel as if I have reached a magical land and am now walking in a place that has become a model of paradise. My heart is full of wonder and pure joy. This place is so familiar. Could it be that I have been here before? It has such a feeling of home.
So Om Shanti. We'd like to welcome Sister Mira from Korea. Invite her to join us.
Om Shanti, Sister Rita and Julia. And
Hello,
Om Shanti,
Shanti.
Mohini Didi, and everybody in the Abhyakti Parivar.
Om Shanti. So nice to have you
Om
with
Shanti.
us.
Yeah,
It's such an honor. It's we are connecting across the Pacific Ocean and the American continent. So it's the other side of the globe almost.
So it's so wonderful, just so wonderful. This technology has provided magic, huh?
Yeah.
So I think we all have that feeling of home when we even think about Madhuban, just even if we haven't been there in person, some of us have been there virtually. So, but for those of us who have had the experience of being in Madhuban, like yourself, it's always a wonder when we arrive there and special things happen. So we wondered if this evening, if you could share with us a little bit about your visits to Madhuban and perhaps a high point of those visits.
Actually, excuse me. My first visit to Madhuban was in February 1998. And I was attending a special kind of conference on spirituality. I was still a seeker, so I didn't know much about Brahma Kumaris, but somebody just shared her experience of being in Madhuban, attending a retreat. So it was a very enticing kind of recommendation. So I was there, and the thing most remaining still deep in my heart is that I was touched by God. That was the experience I had. As a Catholic, I didn't really experience God personally, in my heart. But in one of the meditation sessions, I really experienced I wouldn't call him Baba at that time, but God just accepting me unconditionally, and so much love that I experienced. And of course, the place is so special, and the care and hospitality, and these are different people, and it's almost like too good to be true. So the determination I had was that I have to find out about this organization and everything that they do. So then that determination brought me back to Madhuban the next year, exactly 1 year after Shivaratri meeting. So I went at that time as a Baba's child. And of course, the highlight of that visit was meeting with none other than Baba. So so I really was totally fixated on Bab Dada during the meeting. Maybe it lasted about, the actual meeting maybe about 3 hours, 2-3 hours. At that time, could be quite long. But I couldn't take my eyes off of him, Dadi Gurza of his body. But so I was like really wrapped in that connection with God. I'm listening to God. So, what is being shared in the story of immortality, I can really relate to the experience of the seeker turned into child of Baba. So, and then, I really, the tears were running down. Totally lost in that experience, and I couldn't really perceive the surroundings. That much concentration, and I was really, really, intoxicated in that experience at that time.
That's very beautiful, and I'm sure there must have been sweet tears, right? Not the salt.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Sweet tears.
So it was totally different experience compared with the previous year, going to Madhuban after recognizing and accepting Baba and following his, directions. So a whole new areas of experience opened up to me in the first time visit.
Right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. What a wonderful, wonderful story. And we look forward to having you with us again tomorrow evening. So,
thank you for inviting. It's such an honor. Om Shanti.
Yes, it's lovely having you. It's so nice having these different Brahmin guests from different parts of the world, isn't it? It's been really beautiful.
Yeah, really global.
Yes, indeed. So thank you. So for our quest for tomorrow and our godly dawn at Amrit Vela, I am merged in the love of the Comforter of Hearts, and the Father, the Comforter of Hearts, is merged in my love. So a beautiful experience for tomorrow morning. And then as we travel through the day, I experience being a self-sovereign, and my heart smiles. And our night reflection, our chart tomorrow night, Baba calls the children to Madhuban, where he tells us the story of immortality. Have I experienced this magical story today? Have I experienced this magical story of immortality today. So we can write down 8 words that describe our feelings and experiences, or we can choose one word and draw an image around that word that also describes that feeling. So that is our quest for tomorrow. I hope you have a lovely day and enjoy it, and we will see you tomorrow evening. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, angels. Special welcome to Sister Meera. Thank you for coming and sharing. Just to let you all know that all these slides which we had been sharing for homework, for Amritvela throughout the day, night, all that slides had been sent to everyone in email every day. So I know it's not easy to write down when it's on the screen, but please receive the email. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. You can send your request to avyakti@gmail.com. Thank you. So now let's begin our journey. Welcome to Avyakti Journey. Baptada's Day. You are the mother and father.
और मधुबन में भी 4 धाम है, तो 4 धाम किए। पांडव वन में देखो 4 धाम है, जो भी आते हो पांडव वन तो जाते हो ना। एक शांति स्तंभ धाम, दूसरा बाप दादा का कमरा, ये सने का धाम, और तीसरा झुपड़ी, ये सने मिलन का धाम, और चौथा हिस्ट्री हाल। तो आप सभी ने 4 धाम किए। अच्छा, तो मान भाग्यवान तो हो ही गए। बाप दादा यही चाहते हैं कि सब पूजनीय आत्माएं, तो पूजनीय आत्माओं का विशेष लक्षण तो आते नहीं है। तो आप सभी जानते हो कि आप सभी पूजनीय आत्माएं हैं। तो ये दुआ देना अर्थात जो दुआ देता है, जिसको देते हैं उसके दिल से वार वार देने वाले के लिए दुआ निकलती। तो पूजा आत्माएं आपका तो निजी संस्कार है दुआ देना। अनादि संस्कार है दुआ देना। जब आपके जड़ चित्र भी दुआ दे रहे हैं, तो आप चेतन पूज्य आत्माएं दुआ देना। ये तो नेचुरल संस्कार है। इसको कहो मेरा संस्कार। मध्य द्वापर के संस्कार नेचुरल हो गए, नेचर हो गए। वास्तव में ये संस्कार दुआ देने का नेचुरल नेचर है। जब किसी को दुआ देते हैं तो वो आत्मा कितनी खुश होती है। वो खुशी का वायुमंडल कितना सुखदायी होता है। अच्छा,
बच्चों का मेला रूहानी, बाबा बच्चों का मेला रूहानी, गाते हैं जिसकी महिमा महान। भागवत शास्त्र और वेद पुराण, भागवत शास्त्र और वेद पुराण। प्यारा मधुबन मेरी आंखों में छा गया, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा दिल में समाया है। मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है, मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है। सदा ये आँखों में छाया है, सदा ये आँखों में छाया है। दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा, दिलवाला मधुबन का बाबा दिल में समाया है। मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है, मधुबन कितना मधुर मधुर है।
Yes, our Madhuban home is so sweet. Our Baba is so sweet. So that was song was saying, and thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Everyone, take care of yourself and just always remember, be happy and give happiness to everyone. So, good night. Om Shanti, everyone.